ठीक है. आर्य अपन we will discuss first syllabus and then we'll go to the PPTs there. So first two units we are discussing. This is the third unit. Third unit is the name of the third unit is assembly language programming. So it's very important. All the programmings, simple programming we are discuss here. Here, these are the objectives of these addressing modes we have to introduce. We need to use the instruction set in the assembly language. 2 points in this unit are there. First is the addressing mode of the. This is very important part of addressing mode. You are working with any controller, ARM controller, Arduino controller, or any advanced controller. We must know the part is coming is the addressing mode. So you must know the addressing. If you understand the addressing mode, it is very easy to do the programming is there. So addressing mode is very important part in programming languages there. The next is the instruction set. We are discussing all the lot of instructions in 80850. Same instructions, same functions are there. Only some syntax are different are there. Same functions they are doing, but some syntax are different are there in 8051 is there. And then some assembly language programming is there. Maybe addition, subtraction, multiplication. You transfer the block. These are the programs you have to see in programs are in the unit number third is there. Okay, so unit contents. What is unit contents? It is addressing mode, instructional, intertext of integrated development environment, just like your KL software is there. We're discussing the KL software is there, and then emulator means what, debugger means what, assembly language programming. We are emulator debugger. We are discussing the KL software is there, and then assembly language programming is there. So this is our contents in your unit number 3 is there. So main content is addressing mode, instruction set, and assembly language. These are the environment we are discussing at the time of the practical is there. Also we are discussing here also in PPT, but in practical we are discussing the environment is the environment is what, where we have to run the program is there. So we will discuss these points in unit number 3 is there. Okay, so go to the PPT is there. So unit number 3, assembly language programming is there. Assembly language program is there. So syllabus of this is the addressing mode. Then next is the instruction set, addressing mode, then instruction set, addressing mode, then instruction set, introduction of ID is there. What is meant by the emulators and debugger is there. We are discussing the simulator in 8085 is there. We are discussing the simulator in 8085 is there. We are discussing emulators and debuggers are there. Then assembly language program is there. Simple programs, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. These are programs we discuss in the unit number 3 is there. So first, what is the addressing mode? What is the addressing mode? See, what is the addressing mode? Addressing mode is where to locate the target data, which is also called as a operand, See, we are discussing the instruction. Suppose move a comma, suppose move a comma 20h. So 20 is there. This is 8085. Suppose this instruction. This part is called the opcode is there. This part is called the opcode is there, and this is called the operand is there. Operand means what? Operand means what? You have to where the operand means the data where you have to store the data is called the operand is there. Opcode means the function of that instruction. Opcode means the function of that instruction, and operand means data. Data is where your data is placed, where you have to move, or you have to add, or you have to move in memory, you have to move in register, you have to move in register is there. So this is a data is there. So this is operand. This is part is called the opcode, because instruction is divided into the two parts. Instructions are divided into two parts. We're discussing there also opcode and operand is there, which is opcode and operand is there. Opcode means what? Opcode is the instructions, move A is the opcode, and operand is the data is there. So what is the addressing mode? Addressing mode means locate the targeted. Locate means where we have to place the target data, means where you have to move the data. This is given by this addressing mode. This is given by the addressing modes are there. When where you have to look at the data, where you transfer data or you add the data, which is done by using this addressing mode is there. There are 5 types of the addressing mode. There are 5 types of the addressing mode. In the we are discussing this immediate addressing mode, register addressing mode, direct addressing mode, register indirect addressing mode, and index addressing mode is there. If there is offline exam is conducted, then there we are discussing explain the addressing mode with one example is there. They ask the question, explain the addressing mode with one example is there. So you have to write down the addressing mode and with one example is there. And if there is a online question, online exam is there, they give the some instruction and ask the this instruction is for the which addressing mode is there. This instruction is the which addressing mode is there. So you must understand all the addressing mode is there. So one by one discuss this addressing mode is there. First is the immediate addressing mode. First is the immediate addressing mode. First is the immediate addressing mode. In immediate addressing mode, what you have to operand is specified instruction itself rather than the taking from the register. Okay, means what? In immediate addressing mode, this operand this operand is 030 is not 30. This operand is itself, means this value is itself. 30 is a value. 30 is a value. 30 is not a register. 30 is not a memory location. 30 is a directly value, means operand is specified in the instruction itself rather than the taking from itself. Means what it means? The itself means he is itself means it is only this is the value itself, means it is the value, means it is the value. It is not a register, it is not a memory location where value is stored. It is itself, means a directly value. You have directly value, you have to move to the register. A is there, you have to directly move the register, means 30h is the hexadecimal value. 30h is the hexadecimal value which is directly transferred to the accumulator. A is there. So this hash indicates it is a data. This hash, it is indicate a data, not a address, not a register. It is a data, it is not a address, not a register is there. Okay, means what? Immediate addressing mode used to transfer the hexadecimal number directly to the any register or in any location is there. It is not, this is directly data. So immediate means what? Directly takes the data and it is transferred to the location where you have to maybe register, maybe a memory location is there. Okay, understood? So this is the immediate addressing mode is there. This is a fast data force is there. It's direct, you have to transfer the data. There is the example is there. Suppose move R2 hash 05. R2 hash 05 means R2 contain a value 05h. R2 contain a value 05h. We will discuss this later in the register addressing mode. This is only remember this is the instruction is there. This is the instruction or example of this immediate addressing words, means we have to move 05 this instruction directly to the register R2. 0 #05 instruction is directly transferred to the R2 is there. So this is immediate addressing mode. For immediate addressing mode, we have to use the hash. Immediate addressing mode, we have to use the hash is there. Hash is used for the immediate addressing mode, which it is a directly a data which is transferred to the accumulator is there. Okay. Next, see the register addressing mode. So we are discussing the banks in the register address mode. How many banks are there in your 8085, 8051? There are 4 register banks are there. Bank 0 to bank 3 is there. Each and every bank which is selected by the PSW register, program status word. When discussing the architecture in program status words, select the each and every bank. If you are not giving any selection of the bank, by default bank 0 you have to select. By default you have to select the bank 0 is there. In that bank there are 7 registers are there, R0 to R7. There are 7 registers are there, R0 to R7, and in that register you have transfer the data to the accumulator is there. It is 8 register because each and every register is having the 8-bit data. It is stored the 8-bit data. So this transfer to the means data is stored into the register is transferred to the specified values there. Here, what is the instruction for that? Means in register addressing mode, one of the 8-bit register is specified operand in the instruction. means the register is a specified operand. When move A is the opcode is there, and R5 is the specified operand where data is stored and this data is transferred to the accumulator is there. You see, it is the 8-bit content in register R5 transferred to the accumulator is there. It is transferred to the accumulator is there. Okay. This is the instruction is given here. Move R2 comma R2 comma sorry R4 comma R2 is there. If suppose R2 is contained 05, this 05 is transferred to the R4 is there. This 05 is transferred to the R4 is there. So in register addressing mode, you transfer the value which is means suppose move R comma R5 comma A means what? Suppose this R5, suppose this R5 is contain a value of 4 is there. This value is transferred to the accumulator. This value is transferred to the accumulator. R5 is the value, R5 is the register. At that register, 4 values present, and this 4 value is transferred to the accumulator. So it is called the register addressing mode. In that addressing mode, we have to use the registers are there. In that addressing mode, we have to use the register. We have to use the register for this addressing mode is there. So next is the direct addressing mode. Next is the direct addressing mode. In direct addressing mode, address of the data is specified the operand. Address of the data is specified the operand. Address of the data is specified the operand, and this operand in the instruction. So using direct addressing mode, you can access the register or on chip variable. This includes RAM, ROM, or port register is there. So what is the instruction? Move 47 A, 47 is there. See, 47 is not a value. Remember this thing, because 47 is not a value. 47 is a location. At that location, some value is there, and this value is transferred to the accumulator is there. See, example is there. Suppose 56 is the location. At that 56, 03 is the value. At 56, 03 is value. You transfer this 03 value to the register R0. You transfer this 03 value to the register R0. What is the instruction for that? The instruction is you have to move R0, 56H. We have to move R0, 56H is there. So 56 is the location. At that location, 03 is the value, and this value is transferred to the register R0. This value is transferred to the register R0. So R0 contain a 03H. R0 is contain the 03H. This is called the direct addressing mode. This is called the direct addressing mode is there. Okay, understood. So what is the difference with direct and immediate? See, difference in direct and immediate. In immediate addressing mode, we have to use the hash is there. In immediate address mode, we have the same instruction move A comma hash 30H. Understood? We move A comma hash 30H is there. So 30H is the location. But in direct address mode, we have to only remove the hash is there. Only we have to remove the hash is there. So removing the hash, this is not a value. This is become a location is there. This is not a value. This is become a location is there. And at that location, 03 is the value. At that location, 03 is value, and this 03 value is transferred to the R0 is there. This 03 value is transferred to the R0 value. This is called the direct addressing mode. This is called direct addressing mode. Next is the register addressing mode. See, next is the register addressing mode. Next is register indirect addressing mode. Register indirect addressing mode. See, what is the indirect register indirect addressing mode is address of the operand specified by the contents of the registers. Operand is a specified contents of registers. So we will discuss this in brief, then you can understand the meaning of this line is there. So the instruction is move A comma hash, sorry, at the rate 21. This is the instruction move A comma at the rate 21. So what is the meaning of that? R1 is a register. R1 is the register. At that R1 its contain a value is 05. Understood? R1 is a register. R1 is a contain a value 05, and at that location 05 is not again a value. R1 is contain a 05, but 05 is not a value, is a location. See, R1 contain value 05, but 05 is not a value, it is a location. 05 is a location, and at that location 03 is value. Understood? At that location 03 is value, and this 03 is transferred to the accumulator. This 03 is transferred to the accumulator is there. Understood? So this 03 is transferred to the accumulator is there. So this is called the register indirect addressing mode. So this the indirect symbol, this at the rate symbol is used for the indirect purpose. This at the rate symbol is used for the indirect purpose is there. Understood? So in indirect location we have to use is that means R1 is the value, R1 is the register. At that R1 contain some location, some value which is not a value, it is a location, and at that location there is a value which is transferred to the a into the accumulator is there. So this is the register addressing mode is there. Last one is index addressing mode is there. This is the index addressing mode is there. In index addressing mode, index addressing mode is the effective address of the operand in the sum of base address and the offset address. The base address is either data pointer or a program counter, while offset address is a accumulator. Remember these things. Remember we are discussing the two instructions, move x and move c is there. Move x and move c is there. So here move c instruction is in index addressing mode is there. It is index addressing mode is there. In that index addressing mode, move c, this is not move, we provide the move c. Why? Because we are working with the 16-bit addressing data. 16-bit addressing data, so we have to use the move c is there. In move we are working with the 8-bit data, but here is 16-bit data is move c. A is there, a is the accumulator, but accumulator contain only a 8-bit is there. Accumulator is contain only 8-bit is there. A is the accumulator, then plus dptr. Dptr is a 16-bit register, just like a program counter. Dptr is a 16-bit register. In that 16-bit register you have to transfer the sorry, accumulator contain a value and dptr is having a value. You have to add this to value, you have to add this to value, and then after adding this to value you have to current next values there, and then next value is contain a the look, this is the location, and at that location the value is present. So I'm defining this move a in word. See what is the meaning of this is a indirect addressing mode is there. So where a is the accumulator, suppose if a is contain value 05 is there. A is contain value 05 is there, and dptr is 16-bit. dptr is 16-bit, and it contains values 100 is there. 16-bit, so 884488 is a 16-bit is there. So what is the meaning of this a plus dptr? A plus dptr means you have to add these two numbers. You have to add these two numbers. You have to add these two numbers. After addition, you will get one location. If after addition, what is the values are 1005 is there. This is the value. After this addition, this we will get this value is there. 1105 there. After 1105 getting, what is the meaning of at that location? This is the value, it is not a value. At that location there is some data is present. Suppose 08 is there, some data is present, 08 there is, and this 08 transferred to the accumulator. So after this instruction, accumulator get 08 is there. After this location, accumulator will get the 08 is there. So understood? A plus dptr means what? A plus dptr means A is contain a value which is 05. dptr is contain a value, suppose 1000 is there, because it is a 16-bit data is there. So in that A plus dptr means you have to add these two numbers, then you will get some values there. But this is not a value, it is a location. At that location there is a value which is the 8, and this value is transferred to the accumulator. This value is transferred to the accumulator. This is called the move instruction is there. This is called the move instruction is there. Understood? Okay, so matlab, so this is a plus dptr. dptr is a 16-bit data. dptr is 16-bit data pointer is there. If that data pointer you have to add with the accumulator, then you will get the location is there, and at that location the value 08 is there, and this 08 is transferred to the accumulator is there. Okay. See, just I am briefly discuss this. Immediate addressing means what? See the example of immediate addressing. Addressing mode is move. What is the instruction? Move a comma hash 20h is there. Move a comma hash 20h is there. This is the immediate addressing mode. Please see carefully because very important at the time writing the programming is there. So this is the what is immediate address mode. This is the example of move a comma 20 hash 20 is there. Register addressing mode means move a comma r0 is there. Okay. Direct addressing mode means what? Move a comma 20h. I am writing same 20h is there, not hash. And then indirect addressing mode means what? Indirect addressing mode, move a comma at the rate r0. Move a comma at the rate r0. It is the erased indirect inverse. And last one is not move. Move c is there. Not move. Move c is there. Move c a comma at the rate. What is the at the rate? A plus dptr is there. A plus dptr is there. So these are the so this is the indirect. If you write any instruction in the programming, this instruction is only with the these 5 addressing mode, not apart from this 5 addressing mode. Every instruction is correlated with this 5 addressing mode. So you must remember these 5 addressing mode is there. That's why I'm giving in short in here. See, immediate addressing means what? You transfer the direct value means after this instruction, what is the value? A is contain a direct 20h is the value. Okay, here what is the value? It is not directly a. Suppose r0 is contain a 05 is there, r0 is contain a suppose 03 is there, and at that 03 there is your transfer to the accumulator is there. So after that A is contain a value is 03 is there. A is contain value is there. Register addressing mode is there. Okay. Then next is the direct addressing mode. When register is 03, at that 03 there is some values there, and this some values transferred to the accumulator is there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You have to transfer R5 is for this transfer to the accumulator. Same here. Okay. Then this is a 03 is there. Here is the R03, this is transferred to the accumulator. Here is a 20, 20 is the 20H is the, here is zero. So it is the hash, and here is not a hash is there. So it is a direct address mode. In hash, it is immediate address mode. If it is not hash, it is a direct addressing mode is there. It is a direct addressing mode is there. So in that direct addressing mode, in that direct addressing mode, what will happen? 20H is the location. At that location, some value is there, and this value is transferred to the accumulator. This value is transferred to the accumulator is there. So this is a direct addressing mode. This is a direct addressing mode. And here is R0 is contain a value. That value, there is a location. At that location, is value is transferred to the A is there. Suppose it is indirect addressing mode, means what? Suppose R0 is contain value 05. At that 05, there is value is 08, and this 08 is transferred to the accumulator is there. This 08 is transferred to the accumulator is there. This is called the register indirect addressing mode. This is called the register indirect addressing mode. And this is the index addressing mode. Index indirect addressing mode. It is in index addressing mode is the, it is the value of accumulator plus the value of the DPTR. You have to add this to value. This value is transferred to the, when this value is not a value, it is a location. At that location, some 8-bit value is there, and this 8-bit value is transferred to the accumulator. But for that instruction, we have to use the instruction or opcode is MOVC. We have to use the opcode is the MOVC is there. So these are the addressing modes. Please remember these addressing modes are there. So please remember immediate addressing mode, register addressing mode, direct addressing mode, register indirect address mode, and index addressing mode is there. So these are the addressing modes which is very, very important related to your programming purposes there. Related to your programming purposes there. Okay. So in online examination, maybe 2 to 3 questions are related to the addressing modes are there. If there is online examination, 2 to 3 questions are related to the addressing modes are there. They are giving the addressing mode, or they are giving the some location is there, and they ask to transfer the values there. Transfer the values there. So this is the register indirect addressing mode is there. Okay. Then this is the main part of your 8051 is the addressing mode. The next part is the instructions of instruction set of the 8051 microcontroller is there. Okay, it is transferred into the 5 different groups are there. It is transferred into the 5 different groups, same as 8085. We are discussing the same as 8085, but there are some same logic. This is data transfer, same as your 8085 is there, but syntax are different. Arithmetic is the same, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, same here. Arithmetic instruction, logical instruction are the same. Logical instructions are there. Which are logical instructions there? And or XOR is a logical instruction. Then boolean and bit which these are different instructions are there. See, in 8085 discussing the all instructions, all the instructions are goes to the what, all the instruction has go to the 8-bit, working on the 8-bit, not on a single bit is there. Here is the bit manipulation means what, you have to work with the single bit of the instruction is there. So the bit manipulation, boolean and bit manipulation instruction. Boolean algebra, you know that in digital techniques there is a boolean algebra is there. In digital technique there is a boolean algebra. The boolean is a scientist which is design a boolean algebra is there to where they have to use to reduce the or instruction, we reduce the circuit, or you have to solve, reduce the less number of gates to design a electronic circuit is there. For that purpose they design a boolean expressions are there, boolean laws are there. So here in that instruction we have to go to the only a single bit, means you have to work with the single bit is there. So it is a bit manipulation instruction is there. Next, the branch instruction means what, we are discussing the jump instruction, jump if not 0, jump if 0. These are the instruction which is the program branching instructions are there. This is the program branch instruction is there. So this is the instruction set of the 8051. We will discuss one by one instruction is there. So first we are discussing the data transfer instruction. The data transfer instruction is associated with the transfer the data between the registers and external program memory or external data memory. See, in just like 8085, in 8051, 8051, in 8051, there is a external program memory and external data memory is there. So here we have to connect the external data to transfer data from external to your 8051 there, because in 8051 there is an internal ROM and RAM also. But if your program size is increases, if you want to add the you have to connect the another memories there. So you have to transfer data from your memory or Intel memory or external memories there. For that purpose, we have to use the data transfer instructions. For that purpose, we have to use the data transfer instructions. So the which are the data transfer instruction is move instruction. We are discussing the move instruction because in all addressing modes we have discussed the move instruction is there. All addressing mode we have discussed the move instruction is there. Then next is the move C. For the 16-bit data, we are register indirect addressing mode, index direct addressing mode. We have discussed the move C instruction there. Move X. I think we are again reconnected is there. Everybody seen my screen also and recording also. Okay. So this the so this is the data transfer instruction is there. Move instruction, move C instruction, and move X instruction is there. And this push and pop instructions are related to your this instruction is related to your stack pointer is there, and this exchange and exchange D, these are the instruction related to your data transfer instruction is related to the accumulator or data zero. We're discussing this instruction also. So these are the instructions related to your data transfer instruction. What is the data transfer? Data transfer instructions are associated with transfer the data between register or external program memory or external data memory is there. External program memory or external data memory is there. Okay, so discuss this one by one instruction is there. So these are the instructions we are discussing. This instruction is there. See, first instruction move a comma hash data. See, move instruction is related to our all addressing mode is there. First hash data, it is the immediate addressing mode is there. This is the immediate addressing mode is there. What is immediate addressing mode? We call 2 bytes is there. So data is contain 2 bytes and this instruction is contain. So data is contain 1 byte and this instruction is contain 1 byte. So 2 byte is there. So this is a comma hash data. It is a immediate addressing mode. Then again we are discussing a comma rn. Move a comma rn is there. So what is the data? You have to contain Rn to the A is there. Rn contain a value and you have to transfer this Rn value to the accumulator is there. This is a register. This is a register addressing mode is there. Next is A comma direct. A comma direct means what? If you are putting the value of 20h, if you are putting the value of 20h apart from the direct data is there, then you have to transfer the 20h is the location. At that location, there is value you have transfer to the accumulator is there. Then again, next is the a1 comma at the rate ri. At the rate ri means what? Ri at the rate ri means the register. At the rate means ri is contain a value. At that value there is some data is there and this data is transferred to the accumulator is there. Some data is transferred to the accumulator is there. This is the indirect addressing mode. Okay, then this is the immediate addressing mode is there. Data and rn is there. So same, you're discussing the all the data is there. Direct, then army. Reversely, if here what we are doing, every time you transfer data to the accumulator is there. For first 1 2 3 4 5 this instruction of transfer related to the accumulator. But here you transfer the data from any location, from one location to another. You transfer from register to the direct, you transfer to the immediate to the direct, you transfer the accumulator to the RI, direct to the at the rate is there. Here is also you can transfer to the DPTR location to the DPTR is immediate addressing mode is there. So these are the instructions which are related to the addressing move instructions are there. So suppose this is the direct at the rate RI. Direct at the rate RI means RI is the location, RI is the register. At that register, there is one location register is at that location, register is contain a value. At that value or at that location, there is some data. This data is transferred to the 20H is the location. Just I am discussing this system direct at the rate RI is there. Move direct means 20H comma at the rate R1. This is the instruction. What is the meaning of that instruction there? What is the instruction is there? This is the move R1 comma 20. So what is the after this instruction? What will happen? See R1 contain a value is 40. R1 is contain value 40. At that 40, your value is 03 is there. At that 40 value is 03 is there, and this 03 value is transferred to 20H location. This is 20H location where 03 value is transferred. So meaning of this instruction is that this is move 20H. 20H is the location, R1 is the register. Register is contain value is 24. 24 is the location. At that location 03 is value, and this 03 is value is transferred to the 20H location. This is the, so after execution of this instruction, what is the output? Output is 20H is equal to 03. After the execution of this instruction, output is 20H is equal to 03 is there. 20H is equal to 03 is there. Okay. 20H is equal to 0. This is the meaning of this. Again, this is the direct addressing mode. Just discuss this one is also direct comma hash data. This is the immediate addressing mode. This is the direct, but this is the immediate addressing mode is there. Directly you have to transfer data to that location is there. Okay. See, move 20H, removing this hash 30H is there. Hash 30H is there. So what is the meaning of that? What is the meaning of that? This 20H is the, sorry, this 20H is the location. At that location, you transfer the 30H. At that location, you transfer 30H. What I am writing in previous, move A comma 30H. What is the meaning of that? Move A comma 30H is A is equal to 30H is there. A is equal to 30H is there. But here after 20H, you transfer this 20H to the 30H method. 20H is the location. At that location, you transfer the 20. So here I am writing 20H is there. Okay. So this is the meaning of each and every instructions are there. So next is same here is also here is DPTR is the 16-bit. Okay. So this is the instruction which is related to the move. Move is a data transfer instruction. Means you have to transfer the operand, you transfer the data to any location. You transfer to the memory, you transfer to the register, you transfer to the any location. But for that purpose, we have to use the move instruction is there. The next is the move X instruction. See, this move C and move X are the same instruction. Move C and move X are the same instruction. But what is the difference between these two instructions? The difference between these two instructions is that move C is related to the internal code memory. The internal data we have to transfer of 16-bit data means with the DPTR, which is related to the internal. But move X is used for the external data pointer. This is used for the external data pointer by DPTR is there. Okay, understood. Means you have to internal data pointer, code pointer by the dptr is there, c is the code, and external data pointer is we have to use the x is there. Means you have to transfer the code internal external, we have to use move c. C means what is the meaning of the c? C is meaning of the code is there, c is the meaning of the code is there, and this x is the meaning of the data is there, x is the meaning of the data is there. So you have to transfer the code, we have to use the c is there, and you have to transfer the x is there, you have to transfer the data. External data pointer is you have to use external data pointer by dptr, transfer the data. We are discussing this one is move x is there, you have to a, which is the a is the value accumulator which contain a value, dptr is contain a value, add this to value. After this addition there is some location is created, at that location is some value is there, and this value is transferred to the accumulator is there. Same here for the removing the dptr with the program counter. The PC's program counter, again it is 16-bit is there. This 16-bit you have transferred to the sorry, this 16-bit and plus value at the accumulator. Add these two, you transfer to the accumulator is there. Value at location a plus PC, you transfer to the accumulator is there. Here also code pointed by the RI. This 8-bit address, you transfer the data to the means address. That address there is some location, you transfer this location. Location contains some address, some value, and this value is transferred to the accumulator is there. Same is for the dptr for the movex is there. For it is used for the external data pointer is there. It is used for the external data pointer is there. Okay. Then these push and pop instructions are used for the stack pointer. So we'll discuss these 4 instruction in next lecture. We'll discuss these 4 instruction in the next lecture is there. Okay. So these are the instructions are related to your first instruction of data transfer is there. First instruction is data transfer is there. After that, where arithmetic instructions are there. These are the arithmetic instructions are there. After that, logical instruction are there. These are the logical instructions are there. And after that, we are discussing the instruction of Boolean instruction, Boolean bit manipulation instruction are there. And then after that, programming and branching instruction. Then we will discuss the program problems are there. Addition of the numbers are there. So this is the unit number 3 is there. So these are the first instructions is the first part of this is the instruction which is data transfer instructions are there. Okay.